If you enjoy really gaudy looking blog spots, you certainly come to the right place. So, how was your July? Was it fun and exciting? Oh, I wouldn't know because I haven't been on YouTube in a long freaking time. And the reason why I haven't been on YouTube for a long time was because, well, the last video I did was the chili video, and that was the last day of classroom training for my new job that I have. And then the day after that, we went on the phones, and oh goody, that's always fun. Come and crap your pants, why don't you, Landon? It was crazy. You are so responsible for absolutely everything legal and, like, I don't even want to think about it right now because it's just freaking me out. But basically, my job, I have to sell stuff. I have to make sure that, like, no fraudulent people come through and try to take money away from us. And you have to be polite. And you have to, like, do so much crap that you didn't even know existed until you worked at the bank. Just crazy. So many financially stupid people. Like, oh my god, like, you people need to get your financial life in gear. Like, it's just nuts. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and that's my venting for the day. So, what has been going on in the past long time? Well, I'm sure you guys have heard on the news, Canada was in the news because there was a greyhound bus where a 40-year-old man decapitated a 20-year-old, 20-ish guy, and for, like, no reason whatsoever. Like, it's really chilling. Like, oh my god, why would you cut someone's head off? I don't understand. But anyways, so this has been all over the news and everything like that. And a girl that I work with actually knew the guy that was murdered. And she said that there's this church group in the United States. I'm sure you guys know of it, all our American viewers. It's called the Westboro Baptist Church, and they go to funerals of fallen soldiers, and they say that, you know, the world's going to hell, essentially, right? So they're really obnoxious and evil and whatever. And the reason why they never come to Canada is because we have really, really strong hate laws. Like, you can't publicly take minorities and bash them because it's illegal and you would get arrested, right? Well, anyways, apparently, allegedly, the person that was killed was not heterosexual. So this Baptist church was going to come up to Canada and protest to this grieving family that got their son murdered, and say that Canada was going to hell and that, like, we're going to meet the God and whatever. And this girl from work was telling me this was going to happen. I said, well, it can't happen because, I mean, they're just going to get arrested. I know that they tried to do this before, and how is this going to work? Well, anyway, so I go home and I read the news, and it turns out they didn't come up because they were fearing for their safety in Canada, which I think is hilarious because, I mean, you compare Canada's crime rate compared to the United States. Yes, fear Canada, fear for your safety. So they didn't come up, and although I think a couple of people from the church group tried, but the people at the borders were like, so what are you doing in Canada? Well, we're going to protest someone, you know, that was savagely murdered, and we're going to say that your country's going to hell. Well, I don't think you're going to come up here. I'm sure the border patrol people loved you. So they didn't come up, but I think what was really awesome is that 600 people were at this funeral, and 250 of them didn't even know the family. All those 250 people were there because they wanted to make sure that this, you know, small group of church people weren't going to disturb the family. And I just thought that was really awesome that, you know, 250 people that don't even know you are there to essentially create a human roadblock for these protesters. I think that is so awesome. And then also, a politician in Canada, his name's Stockwell Day, and he's sort of like a foreign affairs minister. He does all the foreign stuff in the country. And he's not exactly the most well-liked human being in Canada in terms of, you know, homosexual perspective, because he's said some things in the past that we didn't quite agree with. But he was actually instrumental in, you know, basically saying that these people aren't welcome in Canada because they're going to do this retarded thing. So I thought that was really cool. So kudos for, you know, the 250 people that didn't know this family and thought, you know what, we're going to do this because we think it's right. And also for that politician that said, hey, this is not fair, and I thought that was a really big step. So yeah, that's what's going on. If you guys, maybe you guys had no idea about that, I don't know. Just look it up on YouTube. Like, it's like a Greyhound bus near Winnipeg. That's only like 5 hours away from me. Like, that's really scary. And so yeah, there's that. But yeah, the job, it's just, like, my bosses say I'm doing really well. They say that I'm sounding like I've been on the telephone for years with the customers, so at least people feel comfortable, but half the time I don't know what the hell they want. And then people freak out because they don't understand anything financial. And sales. Oh, God. Oh, by the way, you need to sell mortgages and home powers lines of credit and personal lines of credit and bank accounts and all sorts of crap every hour of every day, and it's scary, right? And this one girl is actually doing really, really well. She's selling like 5 mortgages a day. I don't know how the hell she does it. It's just insane. But I'm doing okay in terms of the sales area. I kind of have a tendency where I won't sell anything for like the first 9/10 of the day, and then all of a sudden the last part of the day, it's like, oh, I want a car loan. I want overdraft. I want whatever. So yeah, that's what's new with me. I'm so happy I got that out of my system, because that was really what was bogging me down. I couldn't do a blog because I was paranoid about my job, and I still kind of am. I mean, one slip up and I could be out of there, right? Actually, the other day, one guy freaked out because I got his permission to get his credit report, and then from his credit report, his credit wasn't that great. So I said, okay, so you can't apply for this loan, but you can wait 6 months, for your credit to establish, and then you can try again. And he freaked out. He thought that, he said to me, you're supposed to help people. You're not supposed to make them horrible, and like I have to wait 6 months now, and that's so unfair, and I need to know your first and last name and your extension number and everything. And called my boss, and my boss was freaking out because he's like, did you get his permission to get a credit report? And I said, yeah, I'm pretty darn sure. So he was freaking out. We were looking at the calls in the past, and yes, we got his report. So my boss is so weird because he'll freak out until he'll like find something, and he says, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it. It's like, okay, you were just having a seizure, and now you're fine. It's weird. So yeah, that's what my life is going on like right now. I'm also, remember how I was saying I wanted to save for a house in the future? I can't believe how fast I'm building up a down payment right now. Like, ever since I got rid of my car, holy crap, I'm saving so much money. I only spend about $250 a month about. So I am saving up for a down payment really quickly. And if housing prices start to become more reasonable as early as this winter, I'm so purchasing a house, like seriously. So that's what's new with me, and hope you got your little taste of Landon, and have yourself a great day, okay? So take care, everyone. Hopefully, I know in the United States the economy is like gone to hell, essentially, and it is starting to actually spread into Canada quite a bit. And I just want to say to everyone that, I mean, at times like this, and especially with my job, and I notice that a lot of people are into debt and things like that, become financially strong, set up those emergency funds. I don't want to like say that like there's a giant, huge like depression coming around, but I mean, the stock market is going crazy, and it's just, it scares me. So those of you out there that are watching this and they're like financially not in good shape, try to get in good shape right now. Like, try to scrimp and save. And I seriously think that there's going to be some sort of crazy thing financially that's going to happen in the future. So take care, everyone, and hopefully, I'll try to do this every weekend now because I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with my job, and we'll see how long the vlog spot stays up. I had to reconstruct the whole thing all over again, so it looks really scary right now. So take care, and good luck to you in the future. That sounds good.